Hey guys, so I get asked all the time, what do I use for supplements? And so for those who follow me, I do intermittent fasting. So when I first wake up, I always, regardless of fasting, it's nothing to do with fasting, but I am a coffee fiend. So I always start my mornings with coffee and water. But then the next thing that I do, I just usually fill up a smaller bottle and I use branched chain amino acid, or BCAA. I happen to use the Amino X. This one happens to be the fruit punch flavored because it comes in this bigger container. But my favorite is actually the grape, but I only ever can find it in the smaller container. So this is just a better bang for the buck. And so what that does, especially because I do intermittent fasting, which means that I stop eating, depending on if I'm teaching night classes or whatever, I stop eating between 7. It used to be definitely at 7. Now it's more between 7 and 7:30, a little more than like 8. Anyway, I stop at that time at night, but then I'm fasting all the way again until about 10:30, 11 o'clock the next morning, and sometimes it's later. So depending on my day, sometimes I don't end up breaking my fast until 1, 1:30. It just depends on my day. But that means I'm fasting, right? And so that fasting is fat burning. So your body is using any stored fat and it's using it for energy and it's burning it. So when you fast, that means that you can't be intaking calories. And so as soon as like sugar enters your body, you've done fasting, like you broke your fast. So anyway, I use this. I usually use about half of the bottle before my workout. And then sometimes I'm drinking the rest of it during my workout, or I just finish it as soon as I'm done working out. What it does is it is allowing my body to not burn muscle during that fasting time or during my workout. So I work out first thing every morning. I work out and I'm teaching a class at least 3 mornings a week. Anyway, so this is allowing my body not to use or burn muscle, and so it's protecting it. So it's branched chain amino acid, and it's super great for helping out with muscle soreness. So this has been a big game changer. Then with Beachbody, we came out with a performance line this past summer. And so to start with is our pre-workout Energized. Now, I honestly don't use it every day because I drink my coffee and that's what does it for me. When I'm getting really sore or I feel like I have, like my calves is usually where I get a lot of lactic acid buildup. This is great. And the way it's formulated is to help prolong that. So when you're working out, it's not allowing that lactic acid to build up as quickly, and so you don't start feeling it right away in your workouts. But this is also great because I do teach some night classes as well. So I get up at 4 and I teach a 6 a.m. class, but then I also again will teach a 7 o'clock class at night, and I don't have energy as much in the night. Like in the mornings, I can go all morning. I'm a bright and early morning person. I'm not a night person. So especially when I'm doing doubles and I'm doing my nights, I will take this pre-workout. So this is really great. My boyfriend loves it. He plays basketball. He does do some of our workouts. And so he uses this a lot, especially if he's been at work all day and then he has to come home and he doesn't really have time to eat much. Then he uses this before he goes and plays his game. So then so I'm kind of like a sweaty mess. We just did a sneak peek of the 22-minute hardcore workout that comes out March 1st. So if you're watching this later than March 1st, it's already up. But anyway, I am drinking right now. This is our chocolate recovery. So this is formulated to be had right after, within the 30-minute period after your workout. So I don't have this every day. Like I said, most days or every day I do work out first thing in the morning. But on at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, minus Thursday and Tuesday, I'm working out, but then there's several hours before I break my fast. So I don't have this because this would break my fast. Nights, like when I teach my night class, I can use this. Or right now it is 4:30 in the afternoon. I just did another workout. So I did my morning workout and I fasted and I broke my fast and I had my shakeolgy and everything. I just worked out. So now I'm having this. And if I have like Tuesday, Thursdays, sometimes I don't get to my workout until like I don't start it until 11. So then on those days, I can, by the time I'm done working out, it's anywhere between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I can break it my fast with this and then have something to eat. This is my biggest game changer. I don't know what happened. I used to be this Energizer bunny, and seriously, and because I am working out every day and I'm teaching classes and I'm doing our workouts on top of that, my body is taking a beating and it needs to recover. And sometimes, like especially Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm not teaching a class those mornings, so I do allow my body to sleep in more now to get some recovery. But this vanilla recharge, it's our overnight formula. You take it right before bed or 30 minutes before bed. Sometimes I still do this like an hour, hour and a half before bed. Honestly, it helps me sleep better. But I used to like, by Thursday morning, I could like sometimes not get my legs out of bed. Like I literally could not move out of bed. I was literally like an old 78-year-old woman who could not move. But once I have this, it's like it heals your body. It helps with that muscle soreness. And I'm like refreshed and energized, and I can go again the next day and start all over again and push myself in my workouts. So this has been the biggest game changer for me. The last part of our performance line is the creatine. I don't use the creatine, but I know a lot of my customers, especially the male customers, they really do love the creatine. And I forgot one more that I don't normally use either. This is Hydrate, and it's a citrus flavor. And again, I don't really use this during my workouts either, but this is to be drinking during a workout. So if you find that halfway through your workouts, you're really starting to struggle, you've lost a lot of that energy, even if you had your pre-workout earlier, or if you just cannot get that momentum going, this is what really helps to rehydrate your body while you're still working out so that you can really keep giving it your all throughout your workout. I just don't use it, but I know a lot of my clients and a lot of the coaches on my team, they find it and they love it and they think it's fabulous. So that's what I use for supplements. I really don't take any other supplements. I'm not like a big pill popper. If you guys know my background, when I used to had an eating disorder back in the day, way back in high school, that initially started with diet pills. So I really try to not be a pill popper. I'm much more now in whole foods. And I'm very selective in what supplements I do use because a lot of them, your protein powders and just a lot of your other things have added chemicals and artificial crap and dyes. And yes, this has some dyes in it, which is one reason why I go with grape more than the fruit punch. But other than that, like the way that the performance line is formulated, it's by a top sports scientist. And so just be really reading the ingredients of what you're using in your body. And then, yes, I had it earlier, I do have Shakeology every day. I happen to prefer the chocolate or the brand new cafe latte are my favorite. As you can see, we have another box up, the green box up there. We have lots of Shakeology in this house between the two of us. So this gives me superfoods, whole foods nutrition. This gives my pre and probiotics. I don't take a multivitamin. Everything I need is in here, and it's got protein in it. So this just replaces one meal a day, or you could just use it as part of your overall nutrition plan. So even if you don't use it as a full actual meal, you could use this as a snack. A lot of my clients like it as that 3 o'clock break. Instead of going to the vending machine at work, they have their Shakeology. It gives that sweet taste, so they stay away from the candy, and they're filling their body up with superfood nutrition. And especially if then like later they're going to go home and work out or go do their workout at the gym using Beachbody On Demand, they have energy and whatnot. And again, you late night snackers who are like going through pints of ice cream or brownies or chocolate at night, like you're good all day till you sit down and watch TV and you're on that couch and then it's just like the munchies and the sweet cravings, then make this. And I make it really thick. So I put a ton of ice in my blender and I make it really thick like ice cream or like a Wendy's Frosty. So I have a couple clients that's what they do. They save it for after dinner and that's when they have it. And they've been able to lose a lot of weight because They're no longer eating their ice cream. They're no longer eating chips. They're no longer eating cookies and just crappy snacks all night long, never fully feeling satisfied. And they're getting that sweet taste. They're getting chocolate. Most of them prefer the chocolate. And they're giving their body whole food nutrition. And so they're losing weight. So if that's where you struggle, then that might be a good time for you to use your Shakeology. So I highly recommend it. But that's what I use for my supplements. I get asked all the time in private messages, and on Instagram, people are always wondering what I do because they follow my workouts. So now you guys know. And so I'll put my links below if you want to check them out. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. But it's worth giving it a try and seeing how it helps you with your performance in your workouts and in your nutrition and getting those results that you want. Thanks, guys.